Hey guys, my name is Sia Angers, and today I will be talking about the movie She Said, which was directed by Maria Schrader and it came out in the year 2021. I watched this movie on Amazon Prime and I rented it, and this was my first time watching this movie. I had heard a lot about this movie, but this was my first time actually watching it, and yeah, I'm really glad that I did. I had heard a lot about it in the media actually. But three things that I want to discuss from this book that I gained lessons as a reporter are the hardships of reporting on a sensitive topic, getting your sources to openly speak with you, and balancing your own beliefs against what is an actually publishable truth. So talking about the first part, the hardships of reporting on a sensitive topic is something that I think that will really help me understand the issues and the, I guess, hurdles that you have to face as a reporter when talking about things that are really sensitive. In this case, the sensitive subject was sexual harassment, but in my beat, like it could be a range of things, but one issue that I've already been running into is getting to people to talk about access to reproductive health care because it is such a sensitive topic and it has a lot of like personal values to people versus this is obviously something that people feel like they need to be embarrassed about. And I think the reporters do a really good job of making their sources feel comfortable. And that's definitely something I would like to embody as a reporter. Number two kind of goes along with that, which is getting your sources to openly speak with you. Again, the reporters in the movie were very much so like making their report, like making their case very clear about why it's so important to speak out and how this is going to help so many other women if the few do speak out. And so yeah. And then the third part is balancing your own beliefs against what is an actual publishable truth. So these reporters knew that there was something wrong with Harvey Weinstein like the minute they started looking into this story, but they obviously needed to like publish the facts still. Like even if you have a really like big suspicion and like people that are confirming this, but if no one is willing to talk to you, you can't just like publish something that even though you know is true, you can't publish something without the proper facts to support it. So I think that's also something that's really important because I know I struggle with that a lot is when I truly am really passionate about something, I often forget that, well, I need to prove it. Like if I'm publishing it, like I need to make sure that this is being put out there in like a in a proper way. The structure of this story is mainly following the production of the story that they're writing. And in the beginning, there was a lesson on that reporters can face a lot of hostility for publishing the truth. There was like hate mail being sent to the main one of the main reporters. A lesson from the middle would be that investigative journalism is a lot about finding leads and then going in and figuring out the truth, and that you run into a lot of dead ends. And then a lesson from the end was how, in the end, reporting does impact lives, and the truth being out there can be extremely powerful. This movie was obviously about the start of the Me Too movement, which empowered so many women to speak out about their truth and things that they were like hiding for years because of embarrassment and like fear of people not believing them. This whole thing kind of reminds me of another documentary that I've watched in the past by Rachel De Leon, who had come to Newhouse actually. And the movie was Victim Suspect. And through her reporting, she was actually able to once again like empower the victims of like sexual harassment and like in that case sexual assault, and she was able to get their cases reopened and like get some of them exonerated for crimes that they just didn't commit. Victim Suspect, just to go into it a little bit more, was about like false testification for sexual assault victims. So they testified that they had gotten sexually assaulted, but in turn they got like put in jail because their story was untrue when most of the time it wasn't. And a quote from this movie that I think stuck with me the most was, "What makes me the most angry is the silence. No one spoke out then, and no one is speaking out about it now." And I think this kind of goes to the whole fact that like reporting actually can make an impact, and when people do speak out, change will occur. I think that a journalist should watch this movie because if they have an interest in investigative journalism, which I do, and reporting on sensitive topics, which is also something that I am passionate about, the two valuable lessons that I learned that I think every reporter should learn is that if you truly believe in uncovering the truth, it will happen. And do not get discouraged if getting to the end goal of publishing the truth is hard, because it definitely is hard. So in all, I give this movie a 10 out of 10 oranges. I think everyone should watch it, and I learned a lot as a reporter from these two reporters that were obviously covering very sensitive topics and kind of seeing the backstory on how investigative journalism really does work. Yeah, thank you.